The 5th annual Wayne Rainey's Ride to the Races has now completed here at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca. And for the first time since 1991, Wayne Rainey himself was able to get off of a bike. You just did 2 laps around this iconic facility. Before we get into the event today, what were those laps like?
Wow, it was amazing, Jamie, to get back out there on the track that, I had a lot of success here and I love to race at. And to be out here on this bike in the situation, that I'm in, and being able to go out there and just have fun and be able to accelerate real fast, and then riding with all my buddies, and yeah, it was a real thrill. It was like 10 laps too short though. I got to do more laps.
9 legends, 9 championship-winning legends here on the property with you this weekend. Your wife, Shay, was standing by. I know you have lots of friends and family here as well. Let's talk about the World Racing Action Fund, the money that you're raising for the air fencing. To be able to come actually and participate yourself, how important is that to you?
Well, I was hoping I wouldn't have to use the air fences that we raise money for on this thing, so it all worked out good. But yeah, the Road Racing World Action Fund, John Ulrich started that, over 20 years ago. And for the last 5 years, we've created a ride, MotoAmerica. We call it Rainey's Ride to the Races. And, all these riders out here pay to go on it and do some laps with us. All the money goes directly to the Air Fence Fund. And it helps with our riders if they, hit the ground and they hit the air fence. Normally, they get right back up. So everybody likes to give it back. I think all the fans support it. And they can see their investment working. So this is it's good for the industry and good for our racers.
There was a big round of applause as you came back into pit lane as well. I saw Shay come over to you to take the helmet off again and race trim, we'll call it, here at an iconic race track. Can you put into words what you were able to do this afternoon?
I did not know what to expect. I was, I felt I was like a little bit like tense a little bit, but I thought, okay, that's just the old feelings coming back, just getting ready. Like, when you go out there on the racetrack, it's not a lot of fun. A lot of the times it's got to be business, and you don't want to make mistakes. And I certainly didn't want to make any today because I really wanted to feel the bike accelerate, down the straight. And I was surprised how fast it was. So, but it was a real thrill. I'm glad I decided to do this. We'll have to see what happens next year.
Iconic to see you out here. Thanks, Wayne.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Okay, I need somebody there to come off the front stand.
Coming off the side.
Yep. Go time. Good. Got that?
Don't run into me in turn 11.
Well, I'm here joined by Gerrad Capley, street communications specialist for Yamaha Motorcorp. He's been involved in the build. He was the test rider for this Yamaha, the XSR900 GP. Gerrad, first of all, we've seen Wayne Rainey come off that very first lap here back at Laguna Seca. How are your emotions right now?
A big sense of relief. I carried a lot of pride in watching Wayne ride off, and I just wanted it to go well for him, and I'm so glad that he came back and was able to ride this track after such a long time being away from it.
I know that you spoke to Wayne in the build-up to this. There's obviously a lot of factors at stake in terms of not having that ability to feel below the waist down. How nervous were you going into it? And tell me about some of those factors that you had to incorporate.
Yeah, it's impressive. I was probably more nervous than Wayne. Wayne has an incredible commitment to motorcycling, and he's a great ambassador for our sport. But yeah, I was probably more nervous than anybody about it. It's different because it has no clutch lever. It's electronic shifting, so he can shift the motorcycle. And there's a few different things that we had to do to the bike to get it to work for him. But yeah, I was really impressed with how he rode it today.
Let's get into a few more of those technicals. Obviously, a lot of modifications. How long did the process take?
It was built in Europe by Yamaha Motor Europe. I'm not sure on the exact timeline of the project, but this model in this motorcycle in Europe is not available with this transmission. So Yamaha Motor Europe really took their time to custom build this for Wayne as a special piece. We want to symbolize that friendship and honor him as much as we can. And if his passion is to ride motorcycles, we want to find a way to do that. And that's exactly what we did here with this XSR900 GP.
And not just the technicals, but also the colors, because these are representative of the colors he used back in his heyday, three-time world champion. Tell me about that thought process.
Very iconic. I think anybody from that time frame, even from the late 80s to early 90s, from MotoGP to even F1, knows about that livery and that color scheme. It's iconic. It grabs attention. And to honor Wayne and build this bike and have him ride it around an iconic circuit like this really is the culmination of a lot of people's work and spirits coming together to build this motorcycle.
Well, congratulations on all the hard work that has gone into this. And we're going to see Wayne out on the track again on this bike over the course of the weekend. Thank you very much, Gerrad.